Okay, who here hasn't been to space?
Why?
You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
Is going to be Secret Invasion. So this came out about, this came from the Marvel MCU Direct, obviously, where a lot of our stuff comes from. And they have kind of given a Secret Invasion prediction on when we can expect this to drop on Disney+, when we can expect, hopefully, even another trailer, because we've only had the one. So we are all pretty high on Secret Invasion. You guys know we recently just rewatched the trailer about maybe a week or two ago, and I felt the same way I felt when I first watched the trailer. It was great. I think that the Secret Invasion trailer is great. The tone is a super switch from anything we got in Phase 4. So I love that fact. I love the fact that, we're getting to see the scrolls, and not the goody scrolls from Captain Marvel, but the scrolls, how they're actually supposed to be. I like the fact that we're seeing that. I'm hoping, one of the things that I said when we watched the trailer was that we see some of these heroes in the series that have been scrolls or whatever. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know which heroes they're going to use, but I feel like that's something we should be seeing. I don't want to just see scrolls, infiltrating the government or infiltrating SHIELD or infiltrating SWORD or whatever. I don't want to. I want to see some of them actually, turn out to be some of the heroes that we have known and loved. So I hope that they do that, i.e. T'Challa. I hope to... Anyway, I know, Mano, I know. It ain't happening. I know. But I can hope, right? Damn. Can I hope? But I know. It ain't happening. So, but there's a lot going on here with Secret Invasion. It's one of the shows that I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm really looking forward to seeing them dive a little bit more into Nick Fury. Samuel Jackson even said that we're going to meet his wife during this. We're going to meet Nick Fury's wife during this series. We're going to even learn a little bit more about Nick Fury during this series. I like how grizzled Nick Fury looks. It looks like he's actually been through some shit wherever he's been. I like the conversation at the beginning of the trailer between him and Maria Hill when she says, I've been calling you. I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've been trying to find you forever now. And he's like, yeah, well, this is different. Obviously, he's like, this is different. This ain't that shit. Whatever you needed me for, this tops that. So I like the tone of the trailer. I like it a lot. But this is what the direct is having to say about when we can expect to see a release date for the series. They go on to say, it's been confirmed by Marvel Studios that Secret Invasion is set to release this spring, but when exactly will it premiere? The new Marvel's Disney Plus series is the first to be labeled as a crossover event, and we know that it's going to be crossing over with Armor Wars. And that we know that because Don Cheadle recently came out and discussed that. He said it will catch fans up with Nick Fury after a 4-year absence from the MCU, joining Samuel Jackson are the MCU rookies Emilia Clarke, Olivia Colman, love Olivia Colman, and Kingsley Benadir, along with vets Don Cheadle, Colby Smulders, Martin Freeman, and Ben Mendelsohn. Then it goes on to say this show boasts a massive cast for Marvel Studios' first streaming venture of Phase 5, bringing one of the biggest comic events in recent memory to the small screen. So with multiple new MCU projects coming to the big and small screen this year, when will Secret Invasion be released on Disney+? Goes on to say Secret Invasion is currently slated for spring 2023 release on Disney+. But what does this mean in relation to the actual release date? So if we're thinking spring, if they're saying spring 2023, it's basically February. So are we talking March? When is spring? Spring breaks normally in March, right? Yeah, are we talking March? Are we talking like early April? Like when are they? When are they talking about releasing in spring? It goes on to say, while spring technically lasts until the middle of June. What the fuck? Does it? Does it? I always considered June to be summer. What the fuck? Okay. Spring lasts until the middle of June. Many consider... Damn, does it? Spring be 114 degrees? Because sometimes down here, it be like, we can go outside during the summer, like in July, June, it's 112 outside. That's spring? I guess I don't know spring. Then it says, many consider the beginning of June to be the beginning of summer, or movies and television in spring to end in May. Secret Invasion went through a subtle amount of reshoots up until at least September 2022, reportedly lastly for a whopping 4 months. Then it says, with such a lengthy amount of additional photography in comparison to the typical MCU movie or show reshoots, it would be reasonable to assume that the extra time in the oven indicates a massive overhaul to the show and therefore a prolonged time to completion. Knowing this, it's likely that Secret Invasion will fall in the latter part of the spring, of course, 2023 release window to account for post-production needs following the longer production time. The Mandalorian Season 3 is set to end... Okay. Are they not going to... They probably don't want to run them at the same time. Mandalorian Season 3 is set to end on April 19th. Loki Season 2 is slated for the summer release, and Ahsoka is also expected to premiere by the end of the summer. Given how Disney Plus tends to stagger its releases, particularly between tentpoles like MCU and Star Wars properties, there's a limited time frame in which Secret Invasion could run, assuming all of those series stick to these release windows. Then it goes on to say Disney Plus will also likely want to wait a while so that Din Djarin's adventures don't fully overshadow the first MCU show of the year, as has been seen in the past with the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ms. Marvel. Okay, I mean, well, no, that's not a lie. No, that's not a lie. I remember that time. Yeah, Obi-Wan at the time was I think still is right now, the most viewed series on Disney Plus right now. I think Obi-Wan took that. I could be wrong, but I want to say it was Obi-Wan. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Then it says, bearing all of this in mind, a reasonable prediction for Secret Invasion premiere would be Wednesday, May 10th. This puts 3 weeks of breathing room between Mando's final episode and Secret Invasion's debut, and assuming its 6 episodes are spread across 6 weeks, would still leave plenty of weeks of summer for Loki and Ahsoka. The series has also been rumored for a May release by insider Can We Get Some Toast on Twitter, very credible insider there, which could be a further indication of when the show will debut. Then the last thing it's saying, even if the exact date is not correct, this would be the latest start for Marvel's calendar Disney Plus slate. WandaVision kicked things off in 2021 on January 15th, and Moon Knight released on March 30th to kick off 2022. Both Echo and Agatha Coven of Chaos are still penciled in for 2023. I don't see Agatha being 2023, but we'll see. Release, but have been the topic of delay rumors, over the past few months, leaving Secret Invasion, Loki Season 2, and Ironheart as the only safe bets for release this year, curbing some of the infamous Marvel fatigue that has been a hot-button topic amongst fans and executives. While the Red Brand faithful has been waiting for Disney Plus show to lead directly into Marvel Studios movies or vice versa, it has yet to happen. This would be the next best opportunity, with Secret Invasion ending mid-June and the Marvels releasing in July 28th. There have been multiple examples of this already in the multiversal saga. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness wrapped up stories left on the table in WandaVision, and the Thunderbolts roster, making it feel like a follow-up to both Black Widow and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then it goes on to say the Marvels is shaping up to be a super sequel to WandaVision, with the inclusion of Monica Rambeau. Ms. Marvel and Kamala Khan are assumingly Secret Invasion with the... Wait, what? Ms. Marvel and Kamala Khan and assumingly Secret Invasion, with the Skrulls and Nick Fury being such a big part of Captain Marvel. May 10th is the target date for Secret Invasion, with series confirmed to release... Wait, I need to read that one more time. Miss Marvel and Kamala Khan and assumingly Secret Invasion, with the Skrulls and Nick Fury being such a big part. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay. So, yeah, looks like we should be expecting Secret Invasion possibly May 10th, if that's an open window there, if they don't want to do the whole thing that they did with Obi-Wan and Ms. Marvel, where they're airing Obi-Wan Kenobi at the same time that they aired Ms. Marvel. I didn't think that that was a problem. Chat, did you guys find that to be an issue whenever whenever Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel were airing at the same time, did you have an issue with your viewing schedule or viewing it? I really didn't have an issue with the viewing schedule or anything like that. I actually liked the fact that Marvel and Star Wars had something going on at the same time. And yeah, like D Sizzle just said there, I think those two shows had different audiences. They definitely had different audiences. And Dan the Man said no problem at all. Like I agree. I didn't have a problem at all with the two shows going on at the same time at all. I thought, and like I said, in fact, I liked it because it gave me more to look forward to watching. But if they are trying to avoid doing the whole, airing it at the same time as a Star Wars, as Mandalorian Season 3, then it looks like that May 10th spot would be the open weekend, or the open time frame that Marvel would have to put out a series that honestly, honestly needs to have that same Quantumania type feel, where, how everybody's saying Quantumania has to hit in way of Disney Plus series, just in way of Disney Plus projects outside of, for me personally, WandaVision, Loki, Werewolf by Night. I can't say that Disney and Marvel Disney Plus series have been top tier, material. I can't call it that. But I can say that Secret Invasion needs to be one of those Disney Plus series that it's hitting the tone, that it's not just hitting the tone, but it's one of those series that people are wanting to come back and watch. Not one of those series where word of mouth gets out. It's like, I don't know. It's just another Disney Plus Marvel series that's just not that good. Secret Invasion can't be that. So if they're trying to avoid conversations like that, if they're trying to avoid, it crossing over with Star Wars to where your sole focus can be on it, even though I feel like if I watch Mandalorian and then right after watch Marvel Project, I feel like I can put my focus on Star Wars, then move my focus to a Marvel show. But that's just me. But I feel like, again, they could be right there on the money with the direct could be right there on the money on that May 10th release. But you guys all seem to know that spring starts in June. I'm the only one that didn't know that. But as always, question is for you guys. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking about what the direct is predicting here as far as a release date for Secret Invasion. Do you think that May is late? Or were you expecting, hoping March or April as far as that spring timeline goes? But again, I also understand not wanting it to intertwine with The Mandalorian, so I definitely get it. But you guys, let me know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking.